name's Tammy. Thanks for joining me this evening for our yoga class. If you would like, go ahead and find a mat or even just a nice carpet. You're welcome to do yoga on carpet as well. If you have some props, that would be great. I recommend a strap. If you don't have a strap, a yoga strap, then you're welcome to use a belt or a towel. Anything like that will work. And then one or two yoga blocks. They're nice to use. If you don't have yoga blocks, then you're welcome to just use a blanket, probably a more firm blanket rather than a fluffy one, and then you can fold and use as a prop later on in class. So again, welcome. My name's Tammy. We'll go for about 45 minutes with our different yoga poses, and then I'll bring you down to the mat and I'll do a guided meditation where you can relax and enjoy this time. So today we're going to do quite a few poses, standing poses once we get warmed up. This is week 2 of our series, and we're going to focus on legs and feeling strong. So if you like, go ahead and come to an easy seat. Fold your legs. You can rest your hands just on your knees. Let your shoulders relax. And then you're welcome to close your eyes and just settle in here. Begin to notice your breath. See if you can lengthen your inhales. Pause for a beat at the top. And then a nice long exhale. If your eyes are darting around behind your eyelids, it usually means your mind is really busy, maybe even racing a little bit. So see if you can start to quiet your mind, slow your breath, and feel your body start to relax. Let's stay here for 3 more rounds of breath. After your third exhale, you're welcome to open your eyes. And then let's come down onto our back. You'll go ahead and lay down, and you can hug your legs up into your chest. You can place your hands right below your shins and gently rock from side to side. So today, like last week, we're going to focus on our root chakra, which is at the base of our spine. Muladhara. And so a good mantra for class today that you can repeat in your mind whenever you want is, I am grounded, stable, and secure. And then let's just do a little supine twist here. So let your knees fall open to the right. Left arm can head out and gaze can follow. So knees are to the right, gaze is to the left. And just stay for a moment here and feel the twist. On an inhale, bring your legs up through center, kind of reset your spine. And then on an exhale, we're going to twist the other way. So let your knees fall over to the left. And gaze can go over to the right. On an inhale, bring legs back up through center, and we'll come to bridge pose. So go ahead and place the soles of your feet on your mat. You can reach your fingertips down and see if your middle finger can graze your heels. If not, totally fine, but if they can, that's kind of where you want your heels. Then we'll come to bridge pose. So go ahead and plant your hands. On an inhale, I'm going to lift your belly up and make this nice line down knees, thighs, belly, and then your chest will start to come towards your chin. You can kind of shimmy shoulder blades underneath your back and puff your chest out even closer to your chin. On an exhale, lower down. On an inhale, come to bridge pose again. Lift your hips up, belly up. See if you can relax your glutes so they're not really tense. A lot of this lifting can come from your core. Exhale, back down. And let's do it one more time. On an inhale, bridge pose. Make sure you keep breathing. And on your next exhale, lower down. And then let's just move the spine a little bit. So feel your low back flatten against the mat. And then on an inhale, kind of arch your low back like a tunnel so that you could drive a car underneath your low back. And then flatten your back out. And then lift up. Flatten your back out. And lift up. And then flatten one more time. Nice. All right, let's roll on to our stomach, and we'll do a few poses there. So let's come to Cobra. So for Cobra pose, lay all the way down on your stomach. And then there's feet are together. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Legs are straight. You're going to place your palms right underneath your shoulders. And on an inhale, lift your chest up. There's little to no weight in your hands. Most of the work is with your back. You can keep your hands for balance, but again, most of it is your back that's lifting you up. And then gaze can just be forward. Stay and breathe for a moment, and then lower down. Just kind of relax your chin to the mat. Then let's do Cobra again. So lifting up. Very little of the lifting is with your hands. Keep your feet on the mat. They want to lift up. And then lower back down. All right, we'll move to Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, we let our forearms come to the mat and make a number 11 with our forearms. Kind of spread your fingertips wide. Shoulders down away from ears. You can shimmy a little bit. And you'll feel this in your low back. So just a little arching here. Stay and breathe. Lifting your heart up, chest up, but shoulders stay down. They're not hunching up. All right, and then we can add on from here. So another pose to go a little deeper. Is seal pose. Once we move into seal pose, if it's uncomfortable for you, then you're welcome to come back down to Sphinx pose here. So for seal pose, we're going to open our legs up a little bit, but keep the tops of your feet on the mat. You're going to plant your hands and press your chest up. So wrists are underneath shoulders. Keep your feet on the mat. Gaze is forward, probably a good 4 or 5 feet forward in front of you, so you're feeling this in your low back. Also some work with shoulders, and you might feel it in your wrists as we're just sort of warming up. All right, let's lower down. Just take a little breather for your wrist, and then inhale, back up. Let's come to seal pose again. So my knees are on the mat, but my thighs are starting to lift up and off the mat. All right, and then let's lower back down. Go ahead and come to tabletop position. So for tabletop position, we have wrists over shoulders, or shoulders over wrists rather, and hips over knees. On an inhale, cow pose, belly drops, tailbone goes up, and gaze goes up. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin and arch your back. And then you're welcome to flow through this, your breath, your movement. So as you inhale, come to cow. And as you exhale, flow into cat. And then you can just continue to flow through this for a few more rounds of breath. Nice. Go for just a couple more rounds of breath. I'm going to get my hair back up in a ponytail. I lost it. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. All right, and then come to a neutral spine in your tabletop. Tuck your toes, and we'll come to down dog. So lift your hips high. Spread your fingers wide. You're going to press your chest towards your thighs. And while you're here, go ahead and pedal out. So bend one knee, and then the other. Feel a nice stretch along the back of your legs. You can sway your hips from side to side if that feels nice. We just kind of want to wake everything up, start to warm it up. Lift up high on your toes, and then exhale, press your heels back down. Let's do it again. Inhale, up on your toes. Exhale, heels down. One more time. Inhale, up on toes. Exhale, press down. And you're welcome to find any other movements that feel good as we're warming up. Let's walk our feet to the long edge of our mat and a little bit closer to our hands. And then see if you can press back even more. See if you can get those heels down on the mat. Maybe they don't go yet, that's okay. But we're reaching in that direction and getting our hips high. So I'm really pressing into my palms. Beautiful. Come back to your down dog. Press one more time. Melt that chest towards your thighs. Nice. And then as you inhale, tiptoe up to meet your hands at the top of your mat in a forward fold. So in your forward fold, your big toes can touch each other, or feet can be hip distance apart, whatever feels best for you. And then just let yourself hang heavy. Tuck your chin, round your back a little bit. You can come to ragdoll pose where you reach for opposite elbows and you let your forearms kind of frame your head, and then sway from side to side. You can nod your head yes, shake your head no, whatever feels good here. Then when you're ready, release your fingertips down to the mat and just kind of walk your fingertips over to the right. If they don't touch your mat, they can come to a block, or you can just kind of let them hang that way. So while we're here, see if you can straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, and then just kind of gently pull so you're feeling a stretch along your left hip. Then on an inhale, come back through center. And on an exhale, we're going to walk our fingertips over to the left. Right leg is straight if possible. Left knee is bent. And just feel that stretch right along the right side body outside of that hip. Then come back to center, pedal out your legs for just a moment. And on an inhale, chair pose. So fingers can grace the mat, your torso comes up, and we're sitting back in a chair. So weight is in your heels. You can lift your toes up and place them back down again. When you look down, you should be able to see your toes. Kind of tuck your tailbone. You don't want it sticking out. So just kind of a natural spine. Then arms can be up and overhead, biceps to ears. If this becomes uncomfortable on shoulders, hands can come to heart center. All right, if you want, you can turn sideways on your mat because we're going to move a little bit. So shift if you would like. And still come back to your chair pose. Nice. On an inhale, go ahead and stand up, extended mountain. We're going to step our foot out. Point your toes out to the corner of your mat. Coming to goddess squat. So we want to try to get hips close to knees, lined up, and then elbows are lined up with shoulders and palms are up. Goddess squat. Nice. Inhale up to star. Straighten your legs, arms go wide, and then back down to goddess. Good. Inhale up to star. Then turn your toes forward and head to chair at the opposite side of your mat where you were. Big toes to touch. Sit down in your chair, and then arms can come up. Lots of chairs. We'll start to feel it in our thigh, which is good. That's what we want with our legs today. Inhale up to our extended mountain, and then open up. Come back to goddess squat. So toes are pointed out, arms up, palms up, if they'll let you. Nice. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess squat. Good, and you can check your alignment. All right, come on up. And then go to chair pose. Back to chair. Sit back. Tuck your tailbone a little bit. Lift your toes up. Place them back down. Biceps to ears. You can sit a little lower in your chair if you'd like. All right, inhale up to extended mountain. And let's come back to goddess squat. Good. If you'd like a little challenge here in our goddess squat, see if you can come up on your right toes. Then place your heel down. Come up on your left toes, place them down. If you want a little more, come up on both tippy toes, place them back down. Nice. Inhale, star. And chair pose again. Opposite side of your mat. Go ahead and sit back in that chair. We want to be feeling those legs today. Inhale, extended mountain. Goddess squat. We'll do it just a few more times and then we'll move on. Goddess squat. Inhale to star. Back to our goddess squat. Star. Come to chair. Last chair, we can do it. Nice. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. Deepest chair yet. Inhale, extended mountain. And our last goddess squat. Let's do the toes one more time. So come up on your right toes, place them down. Come up on your left toes, place them down, and then up on both toes. Nice. Place them down. Beautiful. And then just step up, extended mountain. Turn towards the short edge of your mat. Come back down to a forward fold. Pedal out your legs if you'd like for a moment. When you're ready, we're going to step our right foot back. So we want to frame our left foot with our hands, and just our right toes are touching. Our heel is up. So it's a low lunge. On an inhale, keep your feet the way they are, and inhale up to a crescent lunge. You're going to try to get your right heel stacked over your right toes. Lunges in the left leg. And it's a pretty big transition going from that low lunge up to this high crescent lunge. So it's okay if you're a little bit wobbly. It's all right. All right, let's come to warrior one. So you're going to kind of lift off that back foot. Place it down to a 45-degree angle. So you've got your heel on the mat, but your toes are pointed out. We want to keep our hips forward, the way they were in crescent lunge. Front leg has the lunge, and arms are up. Stay and breathe. This is our warrior one. And let's come to pyramid pose. So for pyramid pose, keep your feet where they are. We are going to straighten that front leg so both legs are straight. Find a steeple grip with your fingers, biceps to ears. Big inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, tuck your chin and fold down. When you get to the bottom, you're welcome to release your fingers and frame your front foot. Have your fingertips on the mat. It helps provide some balance. You're going to try to bring your right hip forward and your left hip back. So it's just a real subtle shifting of the hips. You're trying to keep your hips level so that you could place like a dinner plate on the small of your back and it would be balanced. All right, let's come up. So find your steeple grip, get your biceps to your ears, and then as you inhale, coming up. Nice. All right, let's readjust. So step forward for extended mountain. We're back where we started. Exhale, forward fold. This time, let's step our left foot back. So your hands are framing your right foot now. You're on your left toes. The heel is lifted up. We're in our low lunge. On an inhale, coming up to crescent lunge, the high lunge. So legs stay the same. We bring our torso up, biceps to ears. Again, tricky transition. Keep breathing. And flex your core as you come up. Biceps to ears, trying to get shoulders down. We're not hunching them up, but we want them down. Let's come to warrior one on this side. So lift up just a little bit. Place that left foot down. Toes are pointed off to the left, 45-degree angle. Lunges in your right leg. Bring that left hip forward. So hips are square to the front of your mat. Keep breathing. And let's do pyramid pose on this side. So toes stay the same. Straighten your right leg. Both legs are straight. Find your steeple grip. Biceps to ears. Big inhale to prepare. And exhale, tuck your chin. And fold over your right leg. Again, once you get to the bottom, fingertips can come to the mat. You could also put them on blocks, or if you can even just rest them on your shin. You're not necessarily holding your weight with your hands, it's more for balance. And then do the same thing with hips. Pull that left hip forward, right hip back. As you do that, you'll start to feel the stretch along the back of your left leg intensify. And I feel it intensify along my calf on my left leg as I shift my hips. All right, let's head back up again. So, steeple grip, biceps to ears, tuck your chin. Inhale, up. Beautiful. Step forward again. Extended mountain, you can always step out a little bit if you need to. Exhale, forward fold. Pedal out your legs. We're going to add on a little bit. So step your right foot back again. We're in low lunge. This time drop to your right knee. If this is going to be uncomfortable for you, you can put a blanket under your right knee. Give yourself some extra padding. You can also keep your toes tucked. If it feels okay, untuck your toes. You can also skip this, of course. We're going to come to half splits. So we're going to straighten that left leg and try to get our hip above our right knee. Fingertips to the mat or a block. We want to try to lengthen our spine and fold forward over the left leg. If full splits is in your practice, now's the time, but no need, half splits is great. While you're here, press your left heel into the mat. So it's really active. It's like you're trying to dig that left heel into the mat, and you'll feel your stretch intensify. All right, gently come back out. Palms or fingertips to the mat. Come high up on those right toes. We're in our low lunge. And on an inhale, here we go. Back up to our high lunge or crescent lunge. Again, tricky transition. You can do it. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to spiral open. So our right foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. We want our left heel and our right arch in line with each other. The lunge is in your left leg. When you look down, you want to be able to see your left big toe. Then you want shoulders stacked over hips, arms to a T, and if it's comfortable on your neck, you're going to look to your left fingers. This is our warrior two. All right, let's move a little bit here. So on an inhale, straighten that left leg. Bring your arms up, fingers to touch, and look forward. And then exhale back to warrior two. If it's comfortable, change your gaze to the left. Inhale, up, both legs straight, fingertips touch, gaze forward. Exhale, back down to warrior two. Each time you go into this warrior two, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Even if it's deeper, it's just a tiny bit. Let's do it a few more times. Sometimes the movement makes it a little easier to work on the poses longer. Because as you're in warrior two, you definitely start to feel that left thigh start to burn. Well, that's okay, that's what we want, right? All right, one more time down here in our warrior two. Beautiful. All right, we're going to cartwheel our arms over to this left foot and then carefully rotate on your back right toes. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale up to extended mountain. Pedal out your legs if you'd like. And then let's do the other side. So exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to step our left foot back. We're in a low lunge. Go ahead and place your left foot down. Again, options to skip if you have a bad knee. You can try putting more cushioning under that left knee. Keep your toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels best. Coming to our half splits. So we want left hip over left knee. Our right leg is straight. Kind of dig your right heel down. Right toes are back towards your body. See if you can lengthen your spine and fold a little deeper. This is a pose that's hard for me. So everybody looks different in each pose. Some poses might feel more comfortable than others. So it's okay, right? If you find a pose that is very uncomfortable. That's okay, you can still do it. If there's sharp pain, though, back out. But some discomfort or even dislike of a pose, that's okay. We can do it. All right, let's release. Coming to low lunge. So tuck those left toes, get that heel up, knee up. Going to be ready for our transition. Exhale to prepare. And inhale, come back up to that high lunge, a crescent lunge. Nice. And then exhale, warrior two. I'm just going to stay this way so I get to see the back of me. But sometimes it's nice to see it from a different angle, right? Okay, so left foot here is on the back. Right leg is bent. We want to be able to see our right toes, shoulders over hips, arms to a T, gaze over our right finger. And then we can move. So inhale, both legs are straight. Gaze goes forward, fingertips to touch. Exhale, back down. Inhale up, and you're welcome to go at your own pace. So exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come up. And again, as you exhale, see if you can come a little deeper. See if you can start to feel things opening up. Your body warming up. Let's just do a couple more. Last one up. And last warrior two. All right, and then gently just cartwheel those fingers down, find some stability, and then rotate on those left toes. Nice. Step forward for our forward fold. Inhale up for extended mountain, and then just kind of wiggle it out a little bit. Beautiful. On an exhale, forward fold back down again. Nice. Step your right foot back. We're coming back to our low lunge. Lots of leg work today. We can do it. And then let's come to lizard pose. So go ahead and come back down to that right knee. Untuck your toes. Get some extra padding down if you need to. Bring your left hand inside your leg. So you've got left leg, left hand, right hand. And then you're all set up here. You can start to open up your knee. And I'm going to turn around for this one though so you can see my left knee. So I usually open up my left knee over to the left and I come onto the knife edge of my foot. And then you're set up. This is lizard. So if this is enough that you're feeling in your hip, then just stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can come down to forearms, or maybe you bring forearms to a block, and this lets you get just a little bit lower. And we'll stay here for just a moment. Lizard is a pose, though, that you can actually hold for a really long time if you have the time. It's good, makes you feel like you're opening your hips. All right, let's come up. If you used a prop, you can set it to the side. And we're just going to come at it a little bit different. So see if you can swing that foot back behind you. A tabletop. And then right leg comes forward. So you've got left hand, right foot. Extend that left leg back. Untuck your toes. You can let your left knee fall open, come to the knife edge so you start to see the sole of your foot. And then you're here. This is lizard. For lots of people, this is plenty. Lizard is a pretty deep stretch. If it feels okay, and often different sides of the body feel different. So if you're feeling okay, you can come down to forearms. Just kind of let your head rest heavy. You're welcome to come back to our intention, our mantra for class today. I am grounded, stable, and secure. You can rock a little bit if you like that. Whatever feels good. All right, when you're ready, you can lift back up again. Gently bring your foot and knee in. Come to tabletop. All right, find your strap and keep it handy. We're going to use it in just a minute. And come on up to standing. We're going to do tree pose. Tree pose is a great one for your root chakra because it's nice and grounding. So let's have our right leg be our nice stable leg. So shift all your weight there. I like to start with hands to heart center. So your left leg has options. It can just tip to the side and be a kickstand so your toes stay right on the mat. You can lift it up and plant the sole of your foot along the side of your shin. Avoid your knee, and you can come up to your inner thigh. If you need a little bit of balance, you're welcome to put one hand on the wall, if that helps you feel better. So a couple things about balance. Use the toes of your right foot and kind of grip the mat. And then find a drishti, which is a non-moving spot in front of you to focus on. Then you're welcome to grow your branches. And then just stay and breathe. Then when you're ready, come on out and let's do the other side. All right, so shift all the weight into your left leg. Hands can come to heart center. The right toes can stay on the ground like a kickstand. You can bring them to the side of your shin. Avoid your knee. If you want to move up higher, use your hand and get your foot up into your inner thigh. If your foot's up here, you're pressing really hard in with your foot and equally as hard with your inner thigh. All right, once you've got your grippy toes and your drishti, you're welcome to inhale and grow your arms. If you fall out of a balanced pose, not a big deal, very common. Just come back into it. While we're here in tree, feel your root chakra activate, feel yourself grounded, connected to the earth. And you're welcome to come back out. All right, let's do one more standing pose, and we're going to use our strap. So this pose is a little tricky. It's got lots of layers, so you can come stop wherever you would like. So, get on here. First layer is just interlacing your finger underneath your right knee. And you're welcome to stay right here. If you want a little more, you can interlace your hand underneath your foot or grab a strap. Then place the strap underneath the ball of your foot. Again, a towel works or a belt. And then as you exhale, shoot the foot out. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So the strap is underneath the ball of my foot. I'm going to shoot it out. Toes are flexed back towards my face. I'm trying to get my legs level, my foot level with my head. And again, if you fall out, not a big deal. Just come right back in again. You're also welcome to just stay right here. Again, tricky balance as well. So I'm going to go in one more time. Stay and breathe, hold, find some stillness. Good, and then let's come up. All right, we'll do the other side. I'm going to try it without a strap, but you're welcome to use a strap. So, left leg comes up this time. You can interlace your fingers underneath your knee. You're welcome to try to stand up tall, shoulders down, and hold it here. If you want to go a little deeper, strap underneath the ball of your foot or hands. If you've got your hand, kick your thigh, bring your thigh up into your chest, and then as you exhale, shoot your leg out. Striving to straighten your leg, and your chest will start to come forward. So find a drishti, non-moving spot, see if you can hold the balance, keep breathing. You're welcome to come back out again. Good, and maybe shake it out. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and come down to seated. And we'll do some poses down here. So you're welcome to come back to easy seat. Hold your legs up for a moment. All right, we're actually going to come to hero's pose. So for hero's pose, we're going to bring our heels to the outside of our thigh. So we're sitting down between our heels. If this is not accessible, you're welcome to sit on a block. And again, there's lots of levels, so you can sit on a higher version of it. If you're up, once you kind of feel settled, see if you can bring your knees together. And we won't stay long because this is a pretty hard pose. So be gentle with knees. If you're feeling okay, I put my hands on my feet. And then you can start to come down to forearms. Well, actually, let's do wrists first. So you can even just plant wrists with toes towards your feet. You start to feel a deeper stretch in your thighs and your knees. So this may be plenty. Even just sitting on a block might be plenty. So find whatever level works for you. If you're feeling okay with hands, then you can come down to forearms. If you feel okay on forearms, you can go all the way down to your back. But I don't actually see very many people do that. All right, let's come on up. It's pretty hard on knees. If it feels okay for you, you're welcome to practice it more later. All right, we're going to do shin baby. So let's do left leg down. And we're going to hug our right leg up into our body. So you've got a couple of options. You can put your knee in the eye of your elbow and your foot in the other one and hug it up. That's not accessible. Kind of stick your arms underneath. So we're striving to bring our shin up into our chest and kind of rock it from side to side. So whatever feels good. See if you can still sit up tall, which is hard. You start to tip back as we hug that in. I don't know the name of this pose. My official name is shin baby. So we're holding our shin like a little baby. Put your feel up along this right hip. Hopefully it feels okay. All right, let's do the other side. So let your right foot go down. Adjust hips as needed. Bring that left leg up. Again, you can rest it in the crook of your elbows, or you can wrap it around like you would hold a baby. So whatever feels good, adjust. Take a moment or two to adjust if you need to. Again, see if you can keep both sits bones on the mat. Striving to sit up tall, engage your low belly, and just kind of rock your shin baby from side to side. Beautiful. All right, then you're welcome to release. All right, turn to the side so you can extend your legs out along your mat. Grab your strap again, and we're going to do some seated forward folds. So, kind of shimmy so you're sitting on your sits bones. You're trying to get shoulders stacked over hips. Legs are straight, toes are pointed up, even a little bit back towards your body. You bring your arms up. Inhale nice and tall, and then exhale, forward fold. If toes are not accessible yet, use your strap or a towel and wrap it around the balls of your feet and hold on that way. If toes are accessible and it feels okay, you're welcome to hold on to your heels rather than the balls of your feet, and you'll feel the stretch shift down to your low back. So if you do a lot of sitting, holding onto your heels might feel even better. And kind of start to get that stretch into your low back. Make sure you keep breathing. If you'd like, you can use your inhales while we're here. We're going to stay for a few more rounds of breath. So on an inhale, straighten your spine. And then on an exhale, fold a little deeper, and then stay in this new depth. And then let's do it again. So on your next inhale, straighten again. And exhale, can you fold even just a tiny bit deeper because we've been here for a little while. And let's stay for 3 more rounds of breath at this new depth. On your next inhale, release. Maybe you walk your hands up your leg. Let's do a one-legged seated forward fold. So take the sole of your right foot, bring it to the inside of your left thigh, so your right knee is going to head off to the side. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Left leg is still straight. Inhale, arms up and overhead, and exhale, forward fold over one leg. Again, strap around the ball of your foot. If toes are not accessible yet, you're going to bring your left rib cage just barely to the inside of your left thigh. Just kind of shimmy yourself forward a little bit. We'll stay here for a few rounds of breath. same thing where inhale, you straighten, exhale, you fold. Again, if there's sharp pain, lift up. But otherwise, just kind of stay. It's okay if it's uncomfortable. On an inhale, coming up. And let's twist while we're here. So we're going to take this right foot, cross it over, plant your right sole of your foot on the mat. We're going to take our left arm and hug that bent knee. Circle sweep your right arm up, back and behind. Place it behind your back like a little kickstand. And then look over your right shoulder. See if you can suck in your low belly and twist even a little bit more past your right thigh. On an inhale, you can gently rewind. Let's do the other side. So right leg goes out straight. The sole of your left foot comes to the inside of your right thigh. Right leg straight, right toes up. Inhale, arms up and overhead. And then as we exhale, forward fold over that right leg. Bring your right rib cage just barely to the inside of your right thigh or lined up with your right thigh. So we're kind of folding towards this middle empty space here. See if you can square your chest off to the ground so that you're feeling the stretch along the back of both hips. You can lengthen your spine, fold a little deeper. Keep your thoughts nice and quiet. You can count. You can come back to our mantra. I am grounded, stable, and secure. On an inhale, coming up, and let's twist this way. So left foot crosses over, sole of the foot comes to the mat, right arm hugs that bent knee, bent leg, left arm circle sweeps up, back and behind as we twist. Left hand can come down as a kickstand. You're going to look over your left shoulder, and then see if you can squeeze in that low belly and twist a little bit more. Gentle, of course, but you really want a nice spinal twist here. Nice. On an inhale, rewind, and legs can go out straight in front of you. Just seeing what I wanted to do next. Okay. Bound angle pose. So soles of your feet will touch. Knees go open wide, sitting up nice and tall. Hands can come around your feet. You can have your feet out or bring them in closer to your body. Shimmy a little bit. And then you're just working on trying to get nice hip opener here. Knees are headed towards the floor. And if they're way up here, that's okay. Everybody is different, so we're all looking for that same sensation, even though it looks different in all of us. And just breathe here for a moment. It's called bound angle. All right. Let's come down to our back. If you have a block, maybe kind of bring it with you so it's going to be accessible, and you can lay down any way you want. All right, once you come down to your back, we're going to do a reclined pigeon. So, we want to lift our feet up off of the mat. We're going to take our right heel and place it below our left knee. So when you're looking, it looks like a really little figure 4. You're going to take your right hand and put it between that hole you just made. Left arm reaches around, and then you're just going to grab the back of your left thigh. All right, so once you're here, you want to try to get your right shin kind of parallel. I guess it's going to be perpendicular to your torso. So kind of press that right knee away from you. You don't want your right knee coming in towards you. You want that leg straight. And then you can hug your left leg in a little bit more towards your body. If you need a little bit more, interlace your fingers on top of your left shin. And then strive to press your right knee away from your body, but pull your left leg in. So it can be feeling, once you've kind of got your alignment, you're going to feel this on the outside of your right hip. If you don't feel it there yet, play with it a little bit and do some adjusting. All right, then we're going to twist from here. So keep your legs the way they are. Release your hands. You can let your arms go out to a T. Now let your legs fall over to the left. If this is okay, keep this bind. Let the sole of your right foot come to the mat. Your left knee comes down, and then you gaze to the right. If this leg thing is really uncomfortable for you, then release it and just do a regular twist like we started class with. So whatever variation of a supine twist feels good for you. Having your foot up like this will intensify the stretch along your hip, right hip, as we're twisting. All right, as you inhale, let's kind of unwind those legs, come back through center. Kind of readjust everything so your back is straight. You can always shimmy a little bit, whatever feels good. All right, let's do the other side. So we're going to take our left heel, left ankle, and place it below our right knee. So it's looking a little bit like a figure four, especially if we had this leg up. All right, left hand goes in between that hole we just made. Right hand reaches to the right. Now interlace your fingers on the back of your right thigh. Okay, take a moment to adjust. So left knee's moving away from you. You're pulling your right thigh in. So I'm flexing a little bit, like I am actually pulling. If you want a little more, interlace fingers on the top of your right shin. I also have my left toes flexed back. So everything's staying really active. Because I really want to feel this on the back of my left leg along my hip. All right, when you're ready, we can supine twist this way. I have to scoot over, too close to the wall. So let your legs fall over to the right. Sole of your left foot can stay on the floor, arms to a T, gaze to the left. Again, if this is uncomfortable, unhook this left leg and just do a regular supine twist like we started class with. When you're ready, gently unwind. All right, last pose, we're just finishing up. Go ahead and plant your feet. If you have a block or a blanket, lift your hips up kind of like we did with bridge pose, and then place the block underneath your sacrum. So you're just going to barely be resting on it, and then let your legs go up straight. So I'm just resting on the very edge of the block. I'm not using most of it. So legs are straight. Flex your toes back towards your face. Arms can be down at your side. This is called legs up the wall. And it's actually a good restoring pose, a good one for the end of the day. Kind of let all the blood flow back down. You can also do this pose literally up the wall. So you scoot your booty up to the edge of the wall, and then you let your legs rest on the wall. Gives you a little additional support if you want to be able to hold it. I mean, you could go up against the wall and hold it for a good 5 minutes if you wanted to. It feels good. So we could stay here for a long time, but we will finish up. So gently release. Again, come back to this one later tonight if you'd like. Heels down. Lift up your hips, move your block out of the way. Then we're going to move to Shavasana, which is our final pose. So let your legs go out. Let your toes fall open wide. Arms at your side, palms up. Again, take up space. Shimmy your shoulder blades underneath your back. If it's chilly in your house, you're welcome to cover up with a blanket. You can put a blanket under your knees if you need a little support. You're welcome to close your eyes. So you're welcome to stay here in this final Shavasana position. I'm going to go ahead and sit up. I will guide you through a meditation. We'll have a few moments of quiet, and then I'll gently bring you out of this Shavasana and into class. Go ahead and relax your forehead and your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. You can even let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth, and maybe you separate your teeth from each other. Bring your attention to the root of your being, the base of your spine. A tiny ball of red energy spins there. See this energy center as a red pin of light. On your next breath, breathe into this red pin and allow it to grow into the size of a marble. With another breath, expand this light so that it envelops your lower body. This red light grows to surround your body. Its energy swirls in a circular motion around your body. Let this ruby light start to surround you for a few moments. Now send this red light down to your feet. This light allows you to become rooted. Your feet grow into roots in the earth below you. And then the energy from the earth moves up into your body. Send the red light up your legs, allowing the muscles to relax and the blood to flow freely. Move up towards your thighs, sending this red energy into your hip bones, your thigh bones, your kneecaps, your lower leg bones, and to all the bones in your feet. This light expands to your lower spine. Send the healing red energy through all the parts of your lower body. As you breathe, your blood pumps healing energy to all parts of your body. Your entire body lights up with rich healing energy as the earth continues to send you more energy. Allow the red healing light to move through you and around you, bathing your body in crimson light. The red light still surrounds you. All the areas in the root chakra, Muladhara, absorb this light and awaken. You are connected to the earth. You are grounded and centered. You belong. You trust in and love life. You have everything you need to live life fully. You feel supported by the universe and by those around you. You experience abundance. You are grounded, stable, and secure. As you breathe, visualize ribbons of this beautiful red light touching your lower spine, legs, and feet. When you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into your body. Start to notice your breath. You can gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe you gently rock your head from side to side. When you're ready, gently roll onto your favorite side in the fetal position. And whenever you're ready, you're welcome to keep your eyes closed. Gently come back up to seated in an easy seat where we began class. You can rest your palms on your knees or just hands in your lap, whatever feels good. Within each of you, there is an entire universe of love and compassion. Within me, there exists that same universe of love and compassion. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, then we see each other and we discover that we are truly one. Namaste. Again, my name is Tammy. Thank you for joining me with our yoga class this evening.